Okay, hi everyone. So we're going to cover how you use your unlimited access subscription business account. First thing is you're going to get an email from us, and it'll have your username and password. So go ahead and enter your username and password in here. You also see it up here in the corner. Once you log in, you're going to have your account dashboard, and you can always get back to your dashboard by clicking on the home button. That brings you back to this page. But anyway, this is the dashboard view is right here. So we'll go over some of these things in a minute, but let me just quickly go down the menu. So here's alerts. If we have a new course, we put it up here. You can also review older alerts. On your dashboard, it's going to show you any tasks or things that are coming due. Your employee list will have your employees. And you can view an employee, just click on their name, and it'll show you the classes they have in their account. You can edit their profile. I'll show you how to add a user next. So from your, and you can edit their profile, you can remove them from your account, and then you can log in as. So if for some reason they're having trouble, you want to go in and check on their course or see what's going on, you can go in that way. But don't take a course that way. So basically, when you log in, you're going to see your business name up in the right-hand corner. Now, you cannot take a course when you're logged into this account or by logging in as. So sometimes people create an account, then they go click on login as, but the system still knows that it's you. You're just logging in as the business into the account to check on things. So if you create an employee account, put courses in their account, they have to log out, which is right up here, and then log in under their own user account that you create. So let's go ahead and, well, briefly I'll show you. Add employee, add existing user. Those are two ways to add a person to your account. Add employee is somebody who's never taken any training on our site before. And then you'll just create the account. We'll go through that. Add existing user. Add existing user is for anybody who's already has an account. You just need to pull them into your account. So let's take, just for example, I think you can search by first name, last name, email address, and then you would just add to your account. See? So now your employee list will have your other user. Now, and you see whatever course they were enrolled in will pull over as well. So here you can edit an employee as well. You can change their password by clicking here. You can change their email address, change their username if need be. And okay. So now let's go ahead and quickly add an employee. So we'll go, we're just going to take John Smith 19. That'll be the username. You can make any username you want. Something that they'll remember is always a good idea. And then you'll just select the password. You can keep your same password for every user. You can make a unique password. You can also force them to change their password when they log in so they'll remember the password. You can put them into a group if you want to. Like for example, John, I'll put him in direct care staff, and I'll show you how that affects things later on. You cannot change the state because we're in Florida unless you're a different state. So let's do John. Let's just put an initial. Smith. John K. Smith test. Okay. And then for an email address, so let's say you give your employee the account. They, 11 o'clock on a Saturday, they decide to take their training, but they can't log in. We're probably not going to be open answering calls if somebody needs a reset. You don't want to take the call, so if you can put an email address in there for them, if they hit the reset or I forgot my password, they'll get an email and they can reset their password by themselves. But Usually when you hire somebody, you don't have all that information. So if you just want to temporarily put something in just to get started, everybody has to have a unique password and a unique username, unique email address. So let's just go ahead and make one up, okay? As long as it's different than anybody else, you should be fine. So just to get started, we're going to go with John. Let's just copy the username. And then you can just put, what is the business name? Test ALF account. Test ALF account. Doesn't matter, you know, as long as it's a valid.com or something. And it doesn't really matter if you put that. Now you might want to put a phone number in case you know, we need to contact them if they send us you know, an email and if they don't put the right email address return. You could put a phone number there if you want to, and then go ahead and create the user. Now, John K. Smith is in your account. You can see he's never logged in. See, putting the phone numbers there, it's easy for your staff to find that information. You have your date of hire set. You can also change the date of hire set if you wanted to. So it's under, forgot to show that to you, other fields, date of hire. See? Okay. So now there's multiple ways to put courses in their account. So you could just straight say John Smith already has all the training and all the tasks. I don't need to worry about that. All he needs is Alzheimer's level 1. So I'm just going to quickly show you 2 ways to do that. Underneath here you have, these are the available courses that you have as a business to enroll people in. You can actually look at the course, but like I said, don't take the course. It's not going to function properly because it's not going to give you a certificate with your business name on it. So let's so those are available courses, and then you can enroll user in courses. This is convenient. If you have 5 people, you create 5 employee accounts and they all need Alzheimer's level 1. You just click Alzheimer's level 1. You can hold the control button and you can click all 3 and they all will get Alzheimer's 1, just like that. And then you can check John K. Smith. See, he's got Alzheimer's level 1. So John will just go ahead and he can either download the mobile app, the iPhone or Google Play. He can also just log in from a tablet or his computer or your computer and then click on My Courses. So let's just quickly see what John sees, okay? So I think it was John Smith, 1, 2, 3, 4. So John will log in. Now it's going to ask him to change his password. So current password is 1, 2, 3, 4. You don't have to do this. You don't have, remember that checkbox? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Save. Okay. So now they're logged in. And all John needs to do is click on My Courses. And there's the Alzheimer's class. So John will go through the class, and it's just basically a long checklist. As you complete the items, they will check off. And they have to spend the required time in each lesson, and it'll unlock the next section. Okay, and when they're done, they finish the course completion attestation, and the certificate is generated, and it'll save in your report section as well. So let's go ahead and log back into our business account. Okay. So now let's say, so we did the straightforward. There's another way to do it as well. Let's say we want to take a look at John's enrollments. He's in Alzheimer's 1. You can quickly move him out of Alzheimer's 1. You can also select multiple courses and move it into his account, right? Like elopement, and then you could unassign it. Now, what we did recently create, I'll just finish going through the manage and courses. That was the managed course enrollment. You can unenroll this way as well. The other way was the new way to do it, but you can select the course this way, unenroll. Then we have a course report. So you can view the employee report. It'll show you, let's see, John. And it shows us John is not started. When there is a certificate, it'll be issued, save there. You can also do a course report. So anybody who's in Alzheimer's 1, it'll show you where they are in the process. So you can't see the whole thing, but basically that's it. Then we have the default tasks. Let's go through the task list. So the biggest issue with facilities is maintaining all of the, keeping up with all the tasks that you have to do so you stay in compliance. So we added in the task management system, and it's pretty comprehensive. So we'll just, remember I showed you the different job roles. So we have admin, direct care staff, administrator, housekeeping. You can let us know if you want us to add one, but we try to control it so it doesn't get out of hand. But you can add your own default tasks to any of these categories. So let's just say, for example, direct care staff, let's just go ahead and look at the default tasks that we have created for direct care staff. Now you can enable and disable any of these, but for example, direct care staff will require a TB test. It's due 30 days from the date you create the task. It is recurring, which means it comes up annually. It recurs every year. It's active. You can disable it. You can assign a task, but there's easier ways. You can delete the task. Let's see. Do you see that? Okay. Job application, background screening. You see all these default tasks. Communicable disease statement. Now let's just W4 form, background screening. Then you have training courses like HIV, significant changes, incident reporting. These courses automatically get assigned to the user when you assign them the task. So you don't have to use the normal course enrollment way, but if you need to just quickly enroll somebody in a course, you can do that. But if you want to tie it into the task management system, then you'll use the assign the task. Now, you can scroll through here. Now, this is not set up, if you're a memory care, this is not set up with like Alzheimer's training, because we didn't want to assign it to everybody. So you would just customize it and just add a new default task. So if you do want to have everybody take that, then you would just click on the role that they would have. Let's just go ahead and do this. So I'm going to assign it to direct care staff, housekeeping, maintenance, medtech / direct care staff. And then I'm going to call this Alzheimer's level 1. You can put in a description, and we want to link it to a course. And so we're going to link it to Alzheimer's level 1, and it's due, let's say it's due in 90 days from the date hired. It is not recurring, it's enabled, and we'll create that. Now you can do that to Alzheimer's level 2, and now what you'll see is you'll see the Alzheimer's level 1 created by the business manager. So those are only for your facility, and if you add them, any other thing in there, whatever other task that you assign to new people, you can look through all these and see if it works for you. So now let's just go ahead and assign these tasks. So back on the employee list, okay, this is the assigning the task in the course. We're just going to go ahead and into John's account, we're going to click on Manage Tasks. Now in the Manage Tasks, you should be able to drag the mouse down if you want to put everything. You can also hold the control button. You click on the top, hold the control and the shift. Whoop. And see? So now I assigned John all the tasks that a caregiver is required to have. So now if I go back to my dashboard, for example, I'm going to see all this yellow. See all the yellow? That means that these are all the tasks that are due. Now, John Smith, for example, we don't offer the 6-hour medication, so John Smith would need the 6-hour medication. So let's say John already took the medication class. You would go ahead and mark it as completed. Okay? You would select the date that they completed it. And you can upload a file right here. That'd be the 6-hour medication training. You can also add a comment. So if John opens this task, he'd see it like, John, you need to get your task done. And then you click Save. Now that task is complete. So let's just look at John's task list. Now, John, looking at your employee list, you see John's out of compliance or is coming due for something. Green is in compliance. Orange or yellow is coming due, and red is out of compliance. So just by viewing your employee list, you can see if you're in compliance and who's coming due. So you see here, there's the completed medication training. Now, also, if you were to go back to your employee list and look at John's account, you see all the courses are in his account. So now let's just quickly go over to, I know this is a long tutorial, but there's a lot of information. So let's just, I'm going to pause this, I'm going to log into John's account, and I'm going to do the abuse, where's abuse? I'm going to do John's abuse, neglect, exploitation. Hold on. All right, I'm just finishing the quiz here for abuse, neglect, exploitation for John. I think I didn't realize most of these were true. Calls are confidential. And then we submit. And okay, so now John's going to go back out, and the only thing left here is the course completion attestation. They hit submit, and once they do this, then the certificate is generated. They can also go right here and retrieve their certificate. They can download it, print it, but that's how you can also retrieve it. If for some reason it's not in your report section, you just come right in here, get that, save it. Now, let's take a look. John has his task, and see that this is completed. Okay, so let's go back out to, the certificate should also save there. Okay, let's log out, back into your account, test, BM. Okay, so now when you log back in, you see that John has completed his abuse, neglect, exploitation. And when you go to look at the task, there's a certificate. So now this is part of your record, it's saved, and all you have to do to ever retrieve it is you just come back to your employee list, click the view button, and there you have his abuse saved. So that's how you use the account. I mean, it's pretty simple. We're adding new things all the time. If you want to remove people from tasks, you just go to the bulk. You can either go to bulk remove. So let's say I want to remove everybody from abuse. It shows me everybody who's in abuse and who's not in abuse. I can also use the jobs board. You can post a job, and the jobs are posted publicly, and then the employees can, the students or the people who use the account can apply for a job. So that's pretty much it. For that, you can view a list of your incomplete tasks as well. And this should help you stay in compliance. Your dashboard would now show you number of open tasks, number pending. Okay, that's it.